you want to go to China?
Yes.
Hi, how you going?
I would like to go there, at the back of the house, where a high school teacher caught us when making out. You and me, perfect strangers, but really
So we've
not
just
at the
boarded
same
the
time.
plane and are on our way
Nothing
to
can come between us. You and me, we're staying alive, alive, forever alive. So hear me out.
We finally made it to our hotel in Beijing. Just checked in after our hassles of the flight this morning.
So let's give you a quick room tour. It's pretty basic. We've got 2 separate beds,
That's the way we like it.
and then luckily no drop toilet.
So this is our first time flying Air China. Pretty happy overall.
The leg room was fantastic. The flight configuration was like 2 seats, 4 seats, 2 seats. So Michael and I got to sit next to each other.
The best.
The food was actually surprisingly really good. I had beef noodles, which turned out to be spaghetti bolognese.
I ended up getting the pork and rice, which is sort of like a Peking pork. Pretty tender, not bad at all for airplane food.
I can hear them talking so far away.
So the flight from Sydney was originally meant to land at 5:30 in Chengdu. It didn't land until about 6:15, which gave us just over an hour to connect our flight. Just landed in Chengdu, China. We've got an hour and 20 minutes to pass through customs, collect our bags, go to Terminal 2 from Terminal 1, check in and make our flight to Beijing. So far so good. This is easy.
No. Probably walk about 5Ks.
Yeah, so we're after gate 39 and we're just seeing it for every sign, 36 to 54 this way, 36, 54, and we just kept going. It ended up being over 2 kilometres just walking. Mandy started to freak out, as she does, but with a brisk pace we ended up getting it.
Once we landed, we finally walked through the checkpoints and got out and found our Michael's name written on one of the signs, but there was nobody around. We tried using their payphones to contact the numbers that we have in the emails.
And they would just basically hang up on me. I don't know if that's purely because of the language barrier or what. We ended up finding a young gentleman who looked like he was chasing down like taxis and whatnot for foreigners. We spoke to him. He helped us a lot, gave us his phone, he called them, spoke to them.
Absolute delight to deal with.
Such
so
a nice man. In the end, we probably waited an extra 20 minutes. We finally got on to the lady who we were after and we were told to just sit tight for another 20 minutes or so. So we just ran across to one of the little cafes, grabbed a couple of soft drinks and sat down for a bit.
Once we finally found our tour guide, we caught up with another couple. We were told later that there was meant to be another 8 people joining us who missed the first flight, I believe, and they aren't here yet. I think they're getting in at midnight tonight, so it's going to be a nice early start for them tomorrow.
I think that out of 8 couples, we were the only ones that actually made the connecting flight from Chengdu to Beijing. We barely made it ourselves.
Yeah.
It's no surprise that other people missed the flight.
Yeah, and it didn't help that our first flight was delayed by quite a bit of time as well.
Yeah, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It's just after lunch, so about 1:30, and we're not really sure what's around here. Our VPN isn't working, so we'll have to look into that a bit later. But we're still getting messages on Facebook Messenger and
WhatsApp.
iMessage. Yeah. So we'll have to check into that a bit later. But yeah, there's meant to be a shopping centre down the road, so we'll go and check that out now. Just got back from dinner in the hotel's restaurant. Noodles, dumplings and pork buns. All tuck it out, definitely time to go to bed. How you doing?
Sleeping.
Into Beijing City. We're currently in Tiananmen Square. We accidentally left our passports in the hotel room.
Not aware that you actually need to bring your passport pretty much everywhere in China.
I'm coming for you.